Quantum management, interconnectedness in organizations. Hi, let's talk about something that defines the difference between thriving organizations and stagnant ones: interconnectedness. Traditional business structures operate as separate departments, isolated teams, and rigid hierarchies, where each function is treated as an independent unit. But in reality, organizations are like quantum systems. Everything is interdependent, and every decision creates ripple effects across the entire system. I've seen companies struggle when teams operate in silos, competing for resources, guarding information, and working toward disconnected goals. These organizations lose efficiency, slow down innovation, and create unnecessary complexity because different parts of the business are out of sync. The most successful companies, however, recognize that every function, team, and decision is interconnected. And they build cultures of collaboration, shared purpose, and open communication. In quantum physics, particles influence each other instantly, no matter the distance. The same principle applies in organizations. What happens in one department affects the entire system. When leaders foster an environment where teams share knowledge, align on priorities, and communicate openly, they create fluid, adaptable organizations that respond faster to challenges and opportunities. One of the biggest mindset shifts in quantum management is seeing the organization as a living system rather than a collection of independent parts. The best leaders don't just focus on individual team performance. They ask, how do all the moving pieces work together? They recognize that success isn't about optimizing one area at the expense of another. It's about ensuring the whole system is in balance. The key to interconnectedness is open communication at all levels. In traditional organizations, information is controlled, filtered, and only shared when necessary. But in quantum organizations, knowledge flows freely, cross-functional collaboration is encouraged, and transparency is the norm. When employees understand how their work connects to the bigger picture, they feel more engaged, take greater ownership, and contribute to solutions beyond their immediate roles. I've seen firsthand how organizations transform when leaders prioritize interconnectedness. Teams work together more efficiently, innovation accelerates, and people feel a deeper sense of purpose in their work. Instead of competing for resources, they align around shared goals and drive success collectively. The real question is, are we designing organizations where every team works in isolation, or are we creating a culture where interconnectedness fuels collaboration, agility, and long-term success? Quantum management, interconnectedness in organizations. I've seen companies completely transform when they shift from isolated, departmental thinking to embracing interconnectedness as a core business principle. The most successful organizations recognize that every function, engineering, marketing, product, sales, operations, is not just a separate unit, but part of an intricate, dynamic system. When one area is out of sync, the entire system is affected. Let's explore how these principles apply in real-world organizational settings. One of the best examples of interconnectedness in action is in product development. In traditional organizations, product teams define features, engineering builds them, marketing promotes them, and sales sells them, often with minimal collaboration in between. The result? Misalignment, inefficiencies, and products that don't truly meet customer needs. I've seen companies release major features only to realize that sales wasn't prepared to pitch them, marketing didn't fully understand the product, and customers were confused about its value. Contrast this with organizations that embrace cross-functional collaboration from the start. Instead of working in silos, product, engineering, sales, and marketing operate as an interconnected unit. Engineers understand customer pain points because they regularly engage with sales teams. Marketers craft messaging that aligns with real user experiences because they are part of early product discussions. Sales teams close deals faster because they contributed feedback during the development phase rather than reacting after the fact. When teams function as a network rather than isolated departments, the entire company moves faster, delivers better products, and avoids wasted effort. Interconnectedness also plays a huge role in customer experience. In traditional organizations, Customer service is treated as a reactive support function, only stepping in after problems arise. But in companies that embrace interconnected thinking, customer experience is everyone's responsibility. Engineers build more intuitive products because they review customer feedback directly rather than relying on secondhand reports. Operations teams improve logistics because they are looped into service complaints early, identifying patterns that would otherwise be missed. Instead of treating support as a separate department, these organizations integrate it into product design, operations, and decision-making, creating a seamless, proactive experience for customers. I've also seen interconnectedness redefine leadership and decision-making. In traditional companies, leaders hold all the authority, making decisions at the top and pushing them down the chain. But in organizations that embrace quantum management, decision-making is distributed, with leadership acting as facilitators rather than gatekeepers. When teams are empowered to make informed decisions within their areas of expertise, organizations become more agile and responsive. I've worked with companies where frontline employees in customer service identified inefficiencies and suggested process improvements, insights that traditional leadership models would have ignored. By embracing open communication and decentralized decision-making, these companies created cultures of innovation and adaptability. Another example of interconnectedness in action is in knowledge sharing. Many organizations struggle with tribal knowledge, where expertise is locked within individual teams or employees, making it difficult for new hires to ramp up or for teams to collaborate effectively. I've seen companies that embrace interconnectedness solve this by creating transparent knowledge sharing systems, internal wikis, cross-functional mentorship programs, and open forums where employees across departments contribute insights and best practices. Instead of information being controlled by a select few, it flows freely, allowing the entire organization to learn and evolve continuously. The best companies don't see interconnectedness as an abstract concept. They bake it into their daily operations, decision-making, and culture. Whether it's through cross-functional collaboration, proactive customer engagement, distributed leadership, or open knowledge sharing, organizations that embrace these principles move faster, innovate more effectively, and create workplaces where employees feel truly engaged. The real question is, are we designing companies where information, decision-making, and collaboration flow freely, or are we limiting success by keeping teams and ideas locked in silos?